I'm Lisa,
And I'm Jenny.
and we're the Shady Tree Stitches
Three
coming to
stitches.
you with the April 24 challenge chat. So, Jenny and I are back together on the 1st of April. Yay! We got here on the 1st to share with you our
And it's
opinions.
after midday, so no
No tricks.
no tricks.
No. So, no April Fool's Day jokes from us. Um, I was tempted to do some this morning, but I refrained. I was very good. Um, We are going to talk to you about some of the challenges and games that you can participate in this month to motivate yourself to get some work done on your stitches. I know that for both Jenny and I, we find it very motivating to different degrees of doing these things. So we make this video each month to help you come up with some ideas. All right, let's get started. First one, of course, is Whip Warriors. Whip Warriors is a closed group, but you can play along. If you watch this video, you can have a go and see what you think. And when we open up in November, if you like what you sound, what sounds like, you can apply to join the group. Um, we have so many different things happening. So at the moment, the road trip is in Tasmania. We are currently traversing our way south in Tasmania, heading down to Hobart, stopping off at a whole bunch of places along the way. And I have just gotten to Port Arthur, which is a very important historical settlement for the Caucasian history in Tasmania. So that's where I'm up to. So for anyone who's playing the road trip, that's where I am. The pace cars are basically between um, the Bay of Fires and one past Port Arthur. So that's sort of where you should think you'd want to be in the road trip. There are a few people who've just gotten on the ship, and don't worry, the ship is still traveling at the moment. But just make sure you grab a water to drink and a sandwich from the snack shop because you don't have enough time to do anything more fancy than that. Okay, just choose wisely, people. I do have some friends who are trying to do everything that they actually want to do because they are so enjoying the journey. They want to do everything like they would in real life, which is great, but it slows them down if they want to do something worth 400 stitches and they really should be doing 50. So, yeah, choose wisely. The
And that
second,
would also be not only choose that, but also choose your width. Like if you want to do lots of stitches, choose something that's easier to do lots of stitches on. Bulk
yes,
color or Ada is easier to count than non-Ada and stuff like that.
yes, definitely. So, it's meant to encourage your stitching, not deter you. There we just had an Easter pop up. It's still going for another probably like I don't know 16 hours or something, but who knows when I'll get this actually up. So it might be finished by the time you do it. But there is actually a bonus to do with the Notions box. Um, I'm releasing one of these big things down the bottom for anyone who participated in the Easter pop up. So hopefully people have participated. Yes, you still got time. Martha has hidden at least 34 eggs around the pages, and you only have to do 100 stitches per egg. So,
Yeah.
get an egg done. I'm also releasing a special needle minder for the Notions box. So, the people who are stitching the Notions box, think about where you might want to look for a special egg that's going to correlate to being like another needle minder. It's a little Easter basket with eggs in it that I have designed this morning to give to the people who find that particular egg. So happy hunting,
Oh,
everyone. Um, yes, I've got to catch up a few more buttons on this. This is why it's out. But I don't know if I have enough to stitch on it to make it a goal for any of these challenges. Um, we have got quite a few things coming up, obviously, in the month. On Friday, the word game will be happening, and the focus and Beat the Modmin is on the 12th of April, so the second end of the second week. Then followed very closely by a whip frenzy, which is where you get to do 100 or 200 stitches on as many of your whips as you can. And we make it last 7 days, but we did that so that people, no matter what type of stitcher they can frenzy for a couple of days. So pick your days to frenzy. There's no expectation that you're going to frenzy for 7 days. Some people like to stitch more on the weekend, some like to stitch more during the week. So we thought if we make it run for 7 days, people could slot in with whenever their frenzy time is. And then obviously on the 25th will be the sow, the strident sow. So that's what we've got coming up. But of course, the one we always talk about is categories, and the letter is F.
Yes.
So,
Yes, it's
Jenny, what animal do you have that starts with F?
Well, I don't have the right part of Beatrix Potter to have Mr. Fox.
Well, is there a fox on it though?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Because a fox would definitely start with F, yes.
Yes.
The one that jumped out to me was a frog.
Frog. Oh, Jeremy Fisher. Jeremy Fisher is a frog.
There you go. You could do Jeremy Fisher on your Beatrix Potter. Have you got a picture of that handy?
Sure. A fawn is another kind of animal. Now, isn't it plant or animal?
Yes, plant or animal.
So you could also do fir tree.
Or fern.
Fern.
I was actually thinking about a foal, as in like a baby horse, and my foal is going to be in my Hawkrun Hollow, because I think it's probably a foal down there, and if it's not that one, it's one of the ones up somewhere else up there.
Oh, yep, there's more horses there.
There's big and little horses, so one of them will be a foal for me.
Okay, just share Beatrix Potter now that I've got it open. So yes, so Jeremy Fisher is very definitely a frog.
Yep, there you go. So there you go. Lots of things you can do. We're giving you some ideas for animals or plants.
Yes.
Something you would find near water.
Well, if I didn't use my frog for the plant or animal, I could use the frog for finding near water. I mean, in that picture, he's got his foot in the water.
Yes. I'm trying to think of a plant I'd find near water. Ferns, yeah.
Quite watery.
So I think probably the most likely thing for me to find with that, I'm just trying to look at my pictures, is because it's got the big lake, I'm sure there'd be, don't point my finger, I'm sure there'd be some ferns or something around there. I don't think I have any frogs, unfortunately, but yes, so there you go.
Another plant would be a frangipani.
Yes,
if anyone's doing a kind of Hawaiian sort of beachy one. I'm just thinking that because my brother and his wife are moving to Orange, which is country New South Wales. It's about 4 hours from Sydney, maybe. Sorry, moving to Mudgee.
I was going to say Orange.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting confused. They're moving to Mudgee, and the weather in Mudgee, they quite often get frosts. So one of the frangipanis that they had has come to live at my house.
There you go. A colour. The colour that I came up with was fawn. Fawn's a particular type of brown.
Yes. Or you could get fern green.
Yes. And she does like you to try and show if it has the name, show the colour. So you can't just go, oh, here's a brown, it's fawn. You need to actually show other things. But I'm pretty sure that in my Hawkrun Hollow, I've got some fawn, maybe some fern green as well. All right, something to do with human. Now, you've already said something. Feet.
Yes.
The other thing, I always instantly go to body parts. That's just me. So I would be going fingers.
Yes.
And bring my catch the wind in.
Yep.
But yeah, fingers or feet.
Yep.
You got anything with fingers?
Yeah. I'm thinking more of doing things which aren't really, you don't sort of see those like fiddling or fixing or
things like a fur coat, that sort of thing.
Yes.
As opposed to the next one, which is man-made, which could also be a fur coat, but could be a fire hydrant. A fence was a really obvious one I thought would be good.
Yes.
But I'm actually going to use Jenny's got a fence. Danny's got a fence. I wanted to try and find a way to bring this whip in, and Lavender Farm and farms are man-made.
Yes, yes.
So my lavender farm gets in.
Mm-hmm.
A way of traveling. Foot.
Yes.
But
Or
you can't
flight.
use or flight. But you can't use
Which
foot
could,
if you can't use the
yes.
same word twice. So
No. But
flight
would cover hot air balloon or plane or any.
Yeah, so I'm going to stick with foot because there are people walking on foot in my fairy tale village. And remember, I'm trying to link my stitching in to the stitches that I'm already know I'm going to be doing where possible.
Or floating.
Floating, yes.
Yes.
Floating's good.
Floating could also work for the water one. Floating in the water rather than floating in air.
That's true. Season. This one's easy for once if you be American. Fall.
Yes.
Hawk Run Hollow is very fall.
Well, I was thinking your Macintosh Mill is as well.
Yes, my Macintosh Mill is as well. So depending on which one I need more stitches on, they're both very fall. Yeah, Macintosh Mill's probably more fall. I'll go with that. Where's my pen? Let's write that down.
Season or is it season or holiday?
Yes, it is.
So you could also go festive.
Yeah. Or the harvest festival or the yes. So things like that.
Because some people rather than Christmas say Festivus.
Yes.
So
there's options this month. Yes. What have you got anything for those? Is your Peaceable Kingdom in fall?
No, the trees are green.
Bummer. All right, but your favorite thing to
fruit.
do? There's fruit. Well, your favorite thing is to eat that could fruit. Be the Well, that could be your plant too. But I was going to say, your favorite thing to do would be eat fruit. Because Jenny needs, she needs to eat. Yes. She needs to stitch on, Peaceable Kingdom.
Yes, I do.
I haven't worked out what my favorite thing to do with is. I think actually I'm going to say my favorite thing to do, because I've got to do this one, is where my finger is. I'm going to fight. There we go. Because I need to I need to use that whip go.
Yep.
Leisure. What leisure activity do you like to do that starts with F? Remember, if you flew before for your travel, you can't fly. I'm going to fly a kite.
Yep, that's a good one. You could also use float as in like floating down the stream in a boat or something for that one. Oops, I just pulled my earring out. Which you could also use for Fairy Tale Town.
Yes. That's true on the river.
Well, then there's also for my Beatrix Potter, but also your Fairy Tale Town or your Once Upon a Fairy Tale, reading fairy tale stories.
That's true. That would work.
There's lots of patterns that would fit into that.
Well, that's true. So that would be good. The next one I'm just quickly Googling because I don't have I've got some. I just couldn't think of any off the top of my head. Probably the number one was a fairy. Got any fairies?
Oh, for the magical, mystical.
Yeah. So obviously it's going to be this prompt. There's fairies. There's fool, falsifier, fortune teller, forecaster.
Okay.
Synonyms for magical starting with F. Fascinating, fabulous, fantastic. So yeah, I think fairies is your most easy one.
Oh no, they're all minstrels. I was thinking, do I have a fool or a jester in my castle sampler? But no, they're just minstrels.
Oh, that's a shame.
But I could do filigree.
Yeah.
For the man-made, maybe. All of this bit. The bit between the inside border and the alphabet.
Well, I don't know. How's filigree magical?
No. For the man-made, going back at
Oh,
you.
okay. Sorry. That's right.
I'm just like because as quite often happens with these, like you first start off thinking F and then more F things come into your head.
Yes, that's so true.
Yes. Now another one could man-made.
Yeah.
I have a French landmark or two.
Well, that could work.
That also works for the travel one.
Yes. All right. The next one is a designer starting with F, and I've just looked it up to help because there's heaps when I read them. It's like I should have been able to think of them. Frosted Pumpkin.
Yes.
Which I actually have got. My Maple Lane. Frog Cottage Designs, From the Heart, Fox and Rabbit, Finally a Farm Girl. So there's a couple ones there, but yes. So for me, I will have to get out Maple Lane.
I don't have any.
Yes,
I don't have any of them.
And it is the designer, not the fabric people. So you can't do it on a piece of Fox and Rabbit. That doesn't count.
No, it needs to be the designer of the pattern.
Another human thing would be made by humans would be a frock.
Yes.
There you go. Last one, the pattern name starting with F. I've got Once Upon a Fairy Tale or Fairy Tale Town. So I've
got Strawberry Fields. I don't know if that would count. I could also say that my my Peaceable Kingdom, that they're sitting in a field.
Yes. And sorry, I just had a really easy one. As you say, they keep coming. Your face is to do with humans. How dumb are we? A face. Ugh.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Freckles.
Freckles, yeah. So there you go. Lots of options for you people. All right, that's Whip Warriors done.
That's no, hang on. Isn't there also Lion and Lamb this month?
Yes, sorry. There's also, thank you, that the Lion and Lamb full coverage event is happening. So working on your full coverages for 1,000 stitches each time. The idea is to work your way through your collection of full coverages, doing 1,000 stitches on each. How many can you get through? I will be working on 2 of them because that's all I've got called for this month. So I will be at least participating by doing 2, and that works perfectly with my whip go. You could work on your full coverage that you have your little face.
Yes.
So there you go.
My antique vines.
Yes.
I don't know that there'd be 1,000 stitches in that though.
No, maybe not.
I'd probably be better off doing 1,000 stitches on my Stitch in Time.
Yes.
Is that what it's called? I
can't
even remember.
Stitch in Time.
Yes.
Oh well, yeah, but you're not going to do that because you've got to focus on the Peaceful Kingdom. So not going to happen for Jenny. Just so you know, people, in case you're wondering, I moved you because the sun was coming in through the top of my blinds. Since it's like 5:20, it's nearly dinner time here. So we better keep moving. All right, next one is Down Under Divas. Have you got them up or am I?
No, you said I was doing.
Yep. No, so all right. Down Under Divas, 2,000 stitches on a piece with a house because Earth is our home. I know what Jenny's going to do. Yep.
Well, only because that's the one I have right here.
And remember, I was trying to fit my Lavender Farm in. So Lavender Farm.
Yes. Houses is not a hard one for you and me. We have so many.
The next one, I'm not sure how you'd go. 2,000 stitches in blue thread. Now, I am actually here in my fairy tale, so I'm going to stitch this blue coming down
Oh,
here.
yep.
So that's all blues. So I will stitch that in blue. Do you have 2,000 blue stitches, or you say pass?
Well, hmm. Um,
It's okay. You can pass.
well, I've got a couple of options. So there is my Castle sampler, which I've closed. I could do some more of the border, because that's one strand of blue and one strand of purple.
Yep, that would work.
And that's, you know, doing large chunks, that's quite easy. So let me see if I can zoom in a bit. Okay, so this dark on the outside of the letters.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
There's two rows there, and each row is one strand purple, one strand blue. And
Good.
at the moment, I've stitched all the way up this side and part way across I think I'm in about the middle, at least with the gold. So
yeah.
Yes, if I wanted to do that one, I've
You
got
could
some
do that. Plenty of
blue I could do there.
All right. The next one is water. Because there's water in it. So for me, I've got water in my fairy tale town. Got any water?
Not large chunks of water.
Okay. That's okay. A seasonal piece. Actually, on a seasonal piece, you've got that covered with your house. Yep.
I mean, it's even got seasons in the name.
Yes, that's good. I was thinking, oh, I don't have anything seasonal. But then I realized that one of the next model stitches I need to do is a spring piece. So I will be doing that model stitch for this prompt. So that gets the model stitch done. 1,000 stitches on it should do pretty well. It's a series of smalls. Something round.
Beatrix Potter.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
Macintosh mill wheel.
Yes. Well, I could do some more Beatrix Potter, because that has the circle in the middle.
Yes, definitely. That's round.
Yes. And I have already stitched that bit, because, you know, you start in the middle or count down to get to the edge, and then because that then gives me bits to count off to do the various animals. So
you could probably use that same one for this next prompt, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this next prompt. Plates. Your Beatrix Potter doesn't have a teacup on a plate.
No.
I can't think of any plates that I've got in the whips I'm doing. So I will have to pass that 500 stitches, which is fine. Don't have to do them all.
Yeah, I don't.
Marine creature. I can work on my mermaid.
Well, I could go back to Jeremy Fisher again, the frog.
Yep. Something that can drift. Drift. I'd have a few options on that, but the biggest thing that jumped in my head was wood. So I was going to have lumber in the lumber mill.
Or clouds. You could do.
Yes.
You could double dip with Catch the Wind.
I could, or I could use this one again and have my ship drifting.
Yes. So for that, I could do the castle again because you can see the clouds drifting across the top of the castle.
Mm-hmm. Something that has got visible land in it. Charlotte Worthington definitely has visible land.
Oh, yes.
Warrington.
Look
I
at all
always
that
call her
garden.
Worthington, but yeah, Charlotte Warrington. So Charlotte's got lots of visible land. What about you?
Well, again, this one's got grass all the way along the bottom.
Yes,
Does that count?
I think it does. I mean,
And
I
if
have
not
lots
that
of
one,
options.
the Peaceable Kingdom.
Yes.
That's the one I'm trying to focus on this month.
Well, do that one, Jenny. There you go. You've got a
Yes.
prompt you can do. It's only
So-
500 stitches for that. That would be a good goal for you to get 500 done in your Peaceful Kingdom.
Yes. So let me just bring that one up and share so that because I haven't shared it for a while. I really need to go and print some photos like you've got. Would be easier than having to find them and then share. So yes. So again, yes, very definite visible ground.
Yes, definitely. A mother. I struggled with this one because I could have a mother in either of these two. Like there is a woman in the window and sitting on a rocking chair, and there is a woman walking, but none of them are screaming mother. There is a child.
Mother suggests that you need to be able to see the child as well to have.
Well, there are children in the Macintosh mill. They're just not like it's like mum's looking out the kitchen window at the kids that are down at the truck with dad.
That one would I'd say that one you could probably spin the tale more likely than your fairy tale village one. Oh, ha. Beatrix Potter wins again.
Aha, Mrs. Tiddlywinks, whatever her name is.
No, well, Mrs. Tiggywinkle. Well, no, I don't know that she has children, but it's got Peter Rabbit's mother.
There you go.
It's got Mrs. Rabbit, who is Peter Rabbit's mother.
There you go. And then the last one is 500 stitches on a piece with a bear or a golden-haired girl. So for that one, definitely catch the win for me because the golden-haired girl.
Yes.
And I didn't have any bears currently, I don't think.
No. Well, see, some people would say that I could pull out my koala biscornu, but any Aussie knows that while they are quite often referred to as koala bears, they are not bears.
No.
They are marsupials.
However, for the sake of getting a challenge done, you'd say, yes, it's koala bear. All right.
Yes.
So there you go.
I don't have any golden-haired girls. I have a golden-haired boy.
No. All right. So let's look at what's happening at Pop Culture.
Okay. Pop Culture. So they've got 2 April events, as they quite often do. So the first one is April celebrations. Lots of great ideas this month to raise awareness and celebrate. 300 stitches and an explanation of your tie-in. So some of the suggestions that they've got. World Autism Awareness Month, National Garden Month, National Humour Month, National Poetry Month, etc. So, yes. National Soft Pretzel Month.
Why?
Is
there a hard pretzel month?
National Kite Month.
I can do that.
So yes, so basically you find a celebration that's in April that you can tie to one of your whips. You do 300 stitches and post it. Okay, and then the other one they've got is an acrostic, which is easy, or you can do a crossword, which is the harder version. Okay. Oh, wow. Ah! The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Acrostic. 200 stitches per letter, chart name or designer. So that pretty much, well, that covers the entire alphabet.
Yep.
So that's the acrostic version, or the crossword version. Tie the word or theme to any project you are working on, then tie all your projects together using the designer name or pattern name in crossword fashion.
Okay, that's something a bit different.
Yes. So it's make your own crossword. It's like, oh,
that could be fun.
That's almost like the stitching part's not harder, but the creating the crossword bit.
Well, for people who want something fun to do, that's a great, brain strainer. It's good.
Yes.
Cross Stitches Journal and Daily 30 haven't released their acrostic yet for the month, but they are currently having an Easter pop-up where you have to post a photo of certain things, either in your cross-stitching chart or around your house, and do 200 stitches. And so I've been doing that quite easily. Things like an Easter animal, an egg shape, some candy. So I did enjoy that. And that's still got, a little bit of time left on that if you want to participate in that. The last one is a new one that I meant to talk about last month and I forgot, is Stitching by the Shore, run by Laura. She has an I Spy challenge. And this is a bit like a scavenger hunt in your WIPs challenge. So each month she says things that you got to find in your WIP. You don't have to stitch on the item, you just find it and do it. And I think she's got like 10 things. And a lot of these correlate beautifully with the ones we've already done. So Jenny, clouds.
Castle.
Your castle. And for me, I have got actual clouds in my Macintosh mill. So we were talking about clouds for floating and stuff, but clouds relates over. Something that makes you laugh. For me, it's this funny little guy up there. He makes me laugh.
What is he doing?
Exactly.
Maybe he's picking the lavender.
He's pulling a trolley of lavender behind him, but he makes me laugh because he looks so stupid in a good way. Any of yours make you laugh? Nothing's jumping to her head to make her laugh.
Well, I guess maybe the discrepancy in size.
Yes, between the small house and the big flowers.
Makes you chuckle a bit. That the house is so small and the plants are so big.
Yep, there you go. Right, stitch anything. You don't have to stitch in it, but since I'm already doing it, blue. So it's like, okay, well, I was already going to stitch my blue, and we answered that before for you as well.
That one. Yep.
Earth. Well, we covered that as well, didn't we? Visible land.
Yep.
Something expensive.
Well, that one I'd probably do. Oh, hang on. I scrolled too far. I could do my Antique Vines because she's got like a tiara.
That would be expensive.
And a lacy necklace.
Yes, we need to see it. We talked about it, but we haven't seen it. Our new friends won't know what it looks like. Our old friends won't remember. It's been a while.
Yes. So this is the smallest full coverage I think there is.
Yeah.
It's my only mirror at the moment. But yes, I mean, yeah, so maybe that's kind of looks like a
it
tiara.
Looks like a crown. It looks like a crown and a tiara. Yeah.
All of this down here.
The jewels, they'd be expensive. Yeah. I think for me, I'm going to go a bit out of left field and I'm going to use my Hawk Run Hollow, but for a few different reasons. Starting with running a stable is expensive these days.
Oh, yeah. Horses can be,
Getting married is expensive. Having a funeral is expensive. There's expensive cupboards in Hawk Run. Plus, I haven't used it for anything else yet here. Right, something with arms. So my arms tied onto the end of my fingers.
Yep. Well, for me, it would be the little boy
in Peaceable Kingdom. Yes.
Peaceable Kingdom. You can see his arms.
This one nearly stuffed me. Nearly got me. A butterfly. I struggled with my whips that I have. And look what's up in Charlotte Warrington. There's a butterfly. Yay. So I'm very excited that I have got a butterfly.
No. Although I've just noticed, I didn't notice before that there's a bird.
There's a bird, but no butterflies.
It's just plant, but it's not. But that's not a butterfly. But sorry, no. I was just getting distracted.
But there's a bird. That's. It's hard. Sometimes you have heaps of butterflies, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
And even my spring sampler that I'm doing, I don't think it has a butterfly on it. So I already designed it. If I was going to design it, I'd design it with a butterfly. Then I'd have a butterfly. Yeah. One of the perks of being a designer.
Yes.
So I don't think you've got any butterflies.
I don't think I have.
Unless there's one in Peaceable Kingdom somewhere in a tree.
No.
Well, the next one you're going to find even harder was rain or a puddle. And again, I was a bit flummoxed by this one, but then I realized that this over here is a puddle as opposed to the river. So it's a puddle. You got any raining puddles, Jenny?
It kind of looks like Jeremy Fisher's sticking his foot in a puddle, but given that he's sitting on a lily pad, he's probably floating. He's floating. Back to the F's.
Floating on a pond.
Yeah.
Look, I think you could spin it if you wanted to try. I don't think Laura's particularly stringent. And I notice you've frozen, so I don't know how this is going to go for recording. So I will keep talking and you'll come back when you can come back. And the last one is something to do with travel. And so again, I had my my horse and cart from Macintosh Mill, or Horses in Hawk Run, or as a horse and cart, or the foot travel in Fairy Tale Town. Yep, Jenny's freezing. There you are, you're back. Just in time.
That's all right. To me, you were frozen.
Yeah, but I'm just kept talking because I'm recording, so it's all good. Semi-Sane Stitches is running a game of Clue at the moment. So you can join in there if you want to get a game board, and you do 200 or 300 stitches for each clue to get solved. So it's a fun game to do. Any others I've forgotten, Jen?
Well, also for Semi-Sane, they're this or that. This month is purple or squares.
That's random. Okay. Purple or squares.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay.
I could do purple with my All Hallows Eve, but it's not really on my focuses. I do really like having this focus, so that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 whips to focus on this month, plus 9 with the model stitch. So 9 whips to focus on. I'll work my way through them and see where we go. All right, guys, so there's lots of things for you to do to get progress on. You know, you can do as much or as little as you want to. There's plenty of options, plenty of games out there. So jump on Facebook and have a look. All right, Jenny, thanks for joining me. And we will get this going so that it can get uploading for you. And we will catch you next month. Happy stitching, everyone.
Bye.